I do have a family that have served. My dad served briefly in the Army. My grandfather on my mom's side served in World War II as a Marine. And back on my dad's side of the family, I've got the great grandfather types that served in the Civil War, served in the Revolutionary War. So we've been doing the profession of arms thing for a while in my family. Being an aircraft maintenance technician just sounded awesome. It was something that just looked fun. I come out here and walk through the hangar, and it was just it sparked just a big interest in me, and to make matters even better, at the time post high school, trying to kickstart your life as a young man, kind of a thing. I needed those educational benefits if I wanted to continue my college career. I needed insurance. I needed a little bit of discipline, and I was looking for that. A personal challenge, and it met all those needs. I continue to serve for 3 reasons. The threat is real. The value system associated with the profession of arms, and the legacy it's allowed me to provide to my family. I've never been one to turn down a good fight. I like being in this global fight to protect our way of life. I like doing it day to day, and I can't see myself really doing anything else. It's pretty cool, to be able to brag about being in the LRS, or to be a logistics readiness officer. Kind of some of the core functions of the Air Force. We talk about agile combat support, rapid global mobility. That's me. That's us. That's what I do. And it's pretty cool to be able to brag about those kind of things when you're talking about what you do with on the weekends with your friends and family. The value system, it's exactly the same as growing up. What my family expects me to be, the service, the integrity, the excellence. It's right in line with the kind of guy my family expects me to be. So that makes a lot of sense for me to be associated with this kind of organization. The people out here that I work with, all up and down the chain of command, that I'm lucky enough to work with, they inspire me. There's things that they do, the way they carry themselves, the dedication that they give to their any task at hand. It's pretty cool to be associated with those kind of people, and I feel lucky. The legacy that has allowed me to provide to my family is very important. It's definitely an honorable thing to do. There's without question a pride that comes along with being a part of the military. Just the example that I'm able to give to my son, to my family, I think is good. And tell you the truth, you don't even have to try that hard. You put the uniform on, and it kind of comes along with it. So it kind of makes that kind of a thing a lot easier, I think. You're out with your family, you got your uniform on, or they just can tell you're in the military because of your haircut, and the high fives you get, the high fives that you get, the thank yous that folks give you. Your family sees that, your kids see that, and I think that's a good thing. I think that says a lot without having to talk to them about why we do this kind of thing. So I'm very proud and also humbled by my service so far. I guess it's about 15 years now going on. My story is, prior enlisted, loved it, had an awesome time being a maintenance technician in the maintenance group. Had an amazing time. Had some amazing guys. Still lifelong friends with those guys. I had the most amazing and probably the most challenging point in my career. My commissioning opportunity came in the maintenance group as well. Was able to grow with those senior NCOs over there and that maintenance leadership that took me to the next level, and just something that I'm totally humbled by, just the whole experience of it all. I've had an opportunity to travel the world with all the years that I've been here. A lot of people that I know, outside of the military, can't say that they have had those kind of opportunities. So it's always pretty cool to tell those stories. So been around the world, done some very meaningful missions, and met some just amazingly interesting people in the process from all walks of life. So it's just been one just cool experience after another, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. It's something I'm very proud of. A quote from a really good mentor of mine is, "It's all about the stories." Is something that he always says, and I think that's so true. And because of the Florida Air Guard, I've got some pretty cool stories to tell. If I were to talk to someone who were thinking about joining the Florida Air National Guard, or if I were to talk to someone who was thinking about a change of careers, I'd probably ask you or challenge you to maybe put things in perspective. Slow down a minute, maybe ask yourself a few questions. Is our organization and what we're about, our values, does it sync up with what you're about? Does it sync up with your personal values? Because for the most part, I'd suggest that's what we all want. I'd ask you if you feel compelled to be in the fight to protect your way of life, your family's way of life, our country's way of life. This is definitely the type of profession you'd want to be associated with. I'd ask you if you're ultimately looking for that career or that profession that you can, without question, hang your hat on and be proud of at the end of the day, the week, or your entire career. If you're looking to hang your hat on something that is honorable, that is something you can be proud of, the Florida Air Guard is definitely that kind of service.